everybody, hope you're well today. Today I thought I'd share with you a great little skirt button that is simple and fun to make. You could tackle it as a beginner, however it does need you to use your buttonhole maker on your sewing machine, as there are buttons all the way down the front of it. So the pattern company that provides this pattern is the company called Simple Sew. The actual pattern is called the Chelsea collection. It comes in various different sizes, all the way from a size 8 all the way up to a size 18. The company says that the pattern is for an adventurous beginner, and I would tend to agree with that as well. It's not too difficult to follow. It's got some very nice instructions for all the different views. This is the one for the instructions that I did for the A-line skirt. I like them, and I think they are actually quite flattering. I've also made some for my daughter. She begged me to make her one as well, and what I do is I actually don't cut out the pattern for my size because I don't want to ruin the pattern. So I always trace off my patterns so that I can use the patterns over and over again. So any new sizes that I need, I can just retrace it again onto pattern paper. I find this much better, and then you don't ruin the pattern basically. The pattern has quite a few views on it, and also you can make trousers from this pattern as well. The pattern view that I followed was view B. That is the skirt with the buttons down the front, and it's a really nice pattern. I'm actually wearing at the moment one I created in a burgundy corduroy fabric. It's a nice, an A-line is a nice flattering look because it comes in at the waist, just comes out a little bit, and it's a really nice flattering look. It's got the buttons all the way down the front. I've used coordinating buttons, like a gold colour coordinating button to go with it, but obviously you can choose whichever buttons you want. You can create them in any fabric you like, but I think probably better in a heavier cotton or something like a corduroy. I don't think the thin cut cottons would be really good because I don't think it will hold its shape very well. Here are some of the other ones that I've made. I've made another one in corduroy. This time it is a brown corduroy. Oh, I haven't got the button done up here at the top. You'll notice that with the buttons, my ones have 2 buttons at the top because I have noticed that if you just make it with one button, it does tend to gape open a little bit. So I've decided to put in 2 buttons, and actually on the pattern it actually shows you with 2 buttons at the top. I made one for my daughter in a lighter fabric, and I just put the one button and it started gaping, so I then had to change it, whereas I could put a little popper on it to stop it gaping for her at the top. So I think it really does need 2 buttons at the top. Yeah, so you can choose any buttons you like. I chose these brass buttons to go down the front, which match the brown corduroy fabric. What I like about the skirts is that it doesn't have any zips to put in, but you obviously do have to put in the buttonholes, so you do need to know how to use your buttonhole foot on your machine to be able to do that. And they're not too difficult. Most machine manufacturers give you the instructions to do it, and you can follow it quite easily. So yeah, so I like this one. Another one that I made was one in a lighter fabric. This is like the one I made for my daughter. This is like a suede fabric, which is a much lighter fabric, and although I've made it in this fabric, I do think it, as I said before, I do think it needs a slightly stiffer fabric. This is a little bit more flowy, but I suppose it's how you like it really. And for this one I've put gold buttons down the front of it, and again no zips. What they do have are waistbands. You do need to know a little bit about putting in a waistband, but the instructions are pretty simple to follow, so they guide you through it really well. So you've got the waistband here, and they also say that you should interface the waistband. Now I interfaced my waistband and found the waistband too thick with the corduroy fabric, so I would say it's up to you really. I've now decided not to interface the waistbands because I think it actually makes it does make it a little bit bulky. So this one I didn't interface the waistband, and because it's a lighter fabric, I think maybe I should have interfaced the waistband. So I think you need to decide for yourself whether you think you need interfacing on the waistband or not, really. The corduroy ones, definitely not, because the fabrics are so thick anyway, you don't need to put interfacing on the waistband. Okay, so that's my short review of the Simple Sew Chelsea collection pattern. I think it's worth giving it a go. It's a really nice pattern to make. I've really enjoyed wearing the skirts. I get lots of compliments when I make them, and I suppose the biggest compliment of all for me is that my daughter wants me to make them for her as well. And her friends have actually requested them also, so I can see that I'm going to be busy making these skirts. So thank you very much for watching my video. If you've enjoyed it, please could you put a thumbs up, and I would love you to subscribe to my channel if you would like to, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for now. Bye.